Hey guys, welcome to the Storybook Panda channel. We left off last time with Charity finally being able to escape the soldiers with the help of Ngan Leet, the man she saved during the family's encounter with the Taoist priest. If you need a quick refresher, check out the previous videos. Otherwise, let's see what happens next. So without further ado, here we go! Gahing was a bustling city. Rice and silk trades have made it thrive for centuries. He checked them into the largest inn in the city and ordered them some food. "Milady, please feel free to freshen up while I go out and buy us some new garments." "You don't have to do that. You just bought us these ones yesterday." "Don't worry, the clothes have become dirty due to our long days on the road. On top of that, it's only right for your beauty to be paired with the finest clothing." She blushed and felt a bit anxious as he got up to step out. As he made his way out, he bumped into a man who was dressed like a scholar, but his clothes were worn and dirty. The scholar tapped Ngan Leet's shoulder with his fan. "What are you doing?" Ngan Leet exclaimed. The scholar motioned for the attendant to come over. "Young man, I may look like I've fallen on hard times with my attire, but I carry silver and pay for my meals when I'm done eating," as he handed him silver from his pocket. "What you need to watch out for are those that dress in fancy clothes and pretend to be important. Those are the ones that eat without paying and never settle the bill for their rooms." The attendant looked at Ngan Leet and asked, "Sir, do you mind paying for the meal before you head out?" Ngan Leet was furious. He reached into his belt for his pouch of silver. "Here, take it." He paused as he patted around his waist, trying to locate the pouch. "I must have left it in my room. Come with me." Charity and the attendant followed Ngan Leet to the room. He searched his luggage but could not find anything. He retraced his steps in his head to try to think where he could have put it. Seeing that he obviously didn't have any money, the attendant became angry. "Is this woman even your wife, or did you kidnap her?" he said. Ngan Leet snapped and kicked the attendant to the floor. "First you don't pay, and now you attack me? I'm getting the authorities," he yelled as he ran out. Charity was petrified. "We have to get out of here before the authorities get to us." Ngan Leet smirked as he sat on his chair. "Let them come." As Charity continued to plead with Ngan Leet to leave, the local authorities arrived. "Are you the man who is refusing to pay and attack the staff?" Ngan Leet presented a letter with his hand and said, "Bring this to your governor, now." One of the officers grabbed the letter from Ngan Leet and began to read it. The expression on his face changed. He turned to his fellow officers and said, "Stay here and watch him while I deliver this." Charity's heart pounded. Not long later, a dozen men arrived with the governor of Gahing. They lined themselves up in front of the seated Ngan Leet and kneeled down before him. "Your humble servants kneel before your excellency. Please forgive us for the improper reception, as we did not know of your arrival." Ngan Leet gestured with one hand for them to rise from their knees and said, "I have been robbed of my silver. May I trouble you to investigate?" "Of course we will, your excellency. We are embarrassed that your excellency has been a victim of such a crime in our city." He waved his men over, who presented 2 trays of gold and silver. "Please accept this as our token of regret." Ngan Leet smiled and nodded. He then gestured with his hand for them to leave, and the men left. The attendant kneeled down before Ngan Leet, trembling in fear, and begged for forgiveness. Ngan Leet threw a piece of silver at the ground and told him to take it and leave. Shortly after, horse's trotter was heard outside the inn. A dozen men entered the room and kneeled in front of Ngan Leet. They exclaimed, "Your Royal Highness," in unison. "You finally found me," Ngan Leet responded with a big smile. He motioned for them to leave the room and they marched outside. "So what do you think of my men? How do they compare with the soldiers of the Song?" he asked Charity. "You mean these men don't fight for the Song?" asked Charity. "No, these are the elite forces of the great Jin Empire," he exclaimed. "I cannot lie to you anymore. My full name is Ngan Leet, the 6th Prince of Jin." And that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Leave your questions or comments below and I'll be sure to address them in the near future. And I'll see you next time on Storybook Panda.